So friends, today we will discuss about the second part of chapter 3, that is anti-British rising and peasant revolts in Assam. The PDF of this the lecture will be shared in the description and you may download it from there. The PDF file will be shared. So today we will discuss about one of the most important personality and father figure and the center point of the central figure, you may call it, rather you may call it a central figure of a revolt of 1857, who has led the revolt of 1857 from Assam. The name of this person is Maniram Dewan. You can see the picture of this person, Maniram Dewan. So let's begin the discussion, today's discussion, the revolt of Maniram Dewan. So as we know, Maniram Dewan was one of the elite person, one of the aristocrat, who he belongs from an aristocrat family, who initially joined the British government. He worked under the British government. So his name, his original name was Maniram Barbhandar Barwa, and later on, due to his work and the position which he held during that time, he was popularly known as Maniram Dewan. So he was the central figure who plotted or who planned the conspiracy to overthrow the British rule and reinstate or reinstall Ahom monarchy with Ahom Prince Kandarpeshwar Singha. So, while the outbreak of the revolt, Maniram Dewan was in Calcutta. Initially, at the time when the revolt outbroke, and 10th May 1857, he was back there in Calcutta for a reason. For what reason he was there, we will discuss in the later part of the video. So there he met a person, a Bengali Mukhtiar known as Madhu Malik, and Madhu Malik helped him to drive the conspiracy, to plan the conspiracy, and Madhu Malik joined him to help the people of Assam to participate in the revolt of 1857. Along with Maniram Dewan, what we find that many of the other persons like Bahadur Gaubura, Formad Ali, then Pioli Barua, one of the most important personality, Pioli Barua, then Mayaram Nazir, who joined Maniram Dewan and who had responded to the appeal of Maniram Dewan. So what was their plan? Their plan was, as I discussed earlier, that their main plan was to withdraw, overthrow the British rule, British regime, and reinstall Ahom prince. So accordingly, what they have done, that Ahom prince would lead the soldiers in Assam, and Maniram Dewan would supply the arms and ammunition, weapons from different parts of the country. So this was their plan. What happened later on? You see, uh, the British government had, in some way, they had able to sense the conspiracy of Maniram Dewan and his partners and his supporters. So on the request of Chief Commissioner Mr. Jenkins, a well-trained force of European soldiers were brought to defuse the plan and to break the plan of Maniram Dewan. Accordingly, on 7 September 1857, Ahom Prince Kandarpeshwar Singh was arrested and sent to Alipur jail. So a bit mistake here I find is that it should not be jail, it should be jail. Okay, here it should be jail, Jail, jail. So Alipur jail, he was arrested. Mr. Kandarpeshwar was arrested in Alipur jail in Calcutta. Meanwhile, Maniram was also arrested in Calcutta and kept in Alipur jail for 2.5 months, and then sent to Jorhat on December in 1857. It was later found that both Maniram and Pyoli Borua was guilty for planning the conspiracy against the government. As I said earlier, that Maniram Dewan was the main person behind the planning of the conspiracy to request the other supporters of him to come into the fold of the conspiracy. And as such, after certain investigation by the government by the British government, they have found that Maniram Dewan and Pyoli Boro was the main person behind the plan, and uh, hence the government has uh, uh, the court has found them guilty and sentenced life and sentenced death. They should be hanged. And accordingly, on 26th February 1858, both Pioli Barua and Maniram Dewan were hanged. So, what happened to the other conspirator who joined them, like Madhu Malik, Kamala Barua, Dutiram Barua, and Mayaram Nazir? They were sentenced life imprisonment, whereas Bahadur Gaubud and Formod Ali were sent to Andamans, and their properties were taken away. Their properties were sealed. They have been uh, uh, jailed in Andamans, and their properties, everything has been sealed. It should not be prosperities, it should be properties. So here also one other mistake, you may correct it. This, it should be properties. Okay, thank you. So what happened later on, that the revolt of Maniram Diwan, here you see many soldiers who participated in the revolt were punished, and some of them were imprisoned for life, whereas others were dismissed from the services. The Ahom prince was arrested. He was a minor person. Kandarpeshwar, the prince Kandarpeshwar was a minor, and accordingly he was also found guilty, and he was arrested and jailed in Bardhaman till 1860. And later on, he was allowed to settle in Guwahati with a pension of rupees 500. By the proclamation of Queen, Formod Ali and Dutiram Barua, Bahadur Gaubuda brought back to Assam from Andamans, and they were uh, kept in the jail of Assam. Thus, the plan to overthrow British regime was a failure. So there were various reasons behind this failure. We will discuss on the next videos why this plan, so why this has happened, what were the causes. We have discussed in the earlier video. Now what were the causes of the failure of the revolt of 1857, we will discuss in the later video. So now let us discuss about the Diwan, about Maniram Diwan's life story. So as we have earlier gone through, that Maniram Diwan was his original name was Maniram Borbhandar Barua, and popularly known as Maniram Dewan. So in initial years, while the Britishers they came to took over the administration of Assam, so he was the proponent, or he was in favor of the British rule, and also in fact he worked as Sirastadar, a revenue bookkeeper in Jorhat under East India Company. After a few years, he joined as Diwan in Upper Assam under the regime of King Purendra Singha. But in 1839, he again joined Assam Tea Company, which was owned by the British. And in 1844, what he has done, he had set up his own tea garden in Jorhat after resigning from the earlier company, that is Assam Tea Company. When Captain Harold joined as chief officer of Shivsagar district, his family was deprived, or his family was not given any kind of revenue privileges. So this made Maniram a bit upset. So during the visit of Mufat Mills, the Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court in 1853 to Assam, Maniram has put forwarded two applications to Mufat Mills. In one of the application, it should be outlined, mistake here, it should be outlined his services to the government and requested for certain remunerations, and in other application he requested to reinstate Ahum Prince uh, Kandarpeshwar as the ruler of Assam, and be seated in the Ahum royal throne. And also he pointed out certain the miseries of aristocrat class of Assam. Mills, what he has done, he has examined the situation and examined the applications and look after certain investigation. He declared that Maniram Dewan is a conspirator. So this also made Maniram Dewan largely upset, and he turned against the British. By this report, he turned against the British completely. Later, what happened? He went to Calcutta and came to know about the revolt of 1857 of the Indian soldiers in the British army. He decided to join the revolt of 1857 and took the lead of the revolt in Assam. With this, Maniram Dewan wrote few letters to his trusted people about the plan of joining the revolt and bringing arms and ammunition to Upper Assam. But unfortunately, what happened? Many of these letters fell into the hands of Captain Holroyd, who was chief officer of Shivsagar, and he ordered to arrest Maniram Dewan, and he was arrested. Maniram Dewan was arrested in Calcutta. His supporters like Pioli Barua, Kandarpeshwar Singh, and many others, as I discussed in the earlier part of this video, that many of his allies were arrested from various parts of Assam, and Maniram Dewan and Pioli Barua were kept in Jorhat jail and was hanged on 26th February 1858. With this, a great personality of Assam was hanged, has put to end. His contribution is remembered till date, and Mr. Maniram Dewan is being treated as a warrior. He will be remembered in the heart of the people of Assam for his contribution, for his immense contribution in the revolt of 1857. So this was the story of Maniram Dewan and his life. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot for watching.